It's the cold hard truth. Everyone really want to know what's going on with her show. Just get on the air and you will know it's Sandra. The queen of the mile road is here, helping people from everywhere. Get on the phone and you will hear Sandra. Now she will tell you how it goes, but don't you ever step on her toes, 'cause you will hear the cold hard truth from Sandra. They say she's the hero in town, helping people from all around. You get a call, your money is found, it's Sandra. Some will call her late at night just to say that there is a fight, and she will not just leave it alone. She'll get up and call on the phone, and when politics starts on her show, everyone really wants to know the way the things will really go with Sandra. And some will start to criticize, get on the show and tell pure lies, but someday we'll realize it's Sandra. And when they start to argue again, she'll pull the heads to the wind, and soon you will be a friend of Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone wanna hear from Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone wanna hear from Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone got to hear from Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone got to hear from Sandra.
the people talking? What are they talking about? This world's gone crazy, and I'm trying to find a way out. Nobody knows where we're going, or if we're going at all. Nobody cares if we stand, if we have nowhere to fall. It's a singing symphony, playing as the ship goes down. It's a porcelain epiphany, breaking if it hits the ground. I gotta find a way out. So many questions answered without an answer to tell. Too many things on my mind for anything to go well. It's a singing symphony, playing as the ship goes down. It's a porcelain epiphany, breaking if it hits the ground. I gotta find a way out. Oh, it's a singing symphony, playing as the ship goes down. It's a porcelain epiphany, breaking if it hits the ground. I gotta find a way out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. Happy Friday, less than 1 week away from Christmas. How are you guys doing this beautiful Friday morning? Hope everybody's well. Hallelujah. All right, we're gonna get it. Thank you guys so much for all of your kind messages and comments yesterday. Some days are a little bit rougher than others, but guess what? We armor up and we keep moving. That's the thing. You just got to keep at it. Can't afford to let them take us out like that. So we're here. We are grateful. And we do what we got to do. Stand up proud, Caymanians. Stand up proud, Jamaicans. Stand up proud for your own country. Everybody else, Filipinos, stand up proud too. Yeah. All right. We're all in a collective fight together, quite frankly, regardless of where you're from. Some places might have it a little bit better. Some places might have it a little bit worse, but trust me, it is a fight nonetheless. And so we get up, we armor up, and we keep on going, honey child. Okay. Well, hallelujah. All right. Lots going on in the community, lots of discourse about a lot of different things. Someone just said there's a piece of legislation that's badly drafted. That tends to be the case more so than not, to be quite frank. Well, how is it that we seem to have such poor legal drafters? I don't even know. That's a whole other conversation, no doubt. They don't do the best job, and it's oftentimes causes confusion and not in anybody's favor, quite frankly. But That's why you need good lawyers. Boy, I tell you, the more I go through life, the more I appreciate having good defense lawyers because, you know, hmm yep, makes a difference. Makes a difference. What a hot mess. All right. It seems to me that the government should hire some better lawyers too, especially in the drafting department. Oh, well, when we know they need to get rid of the entire DPP's office. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation that I will be bringing you guys in due course. I got some sus about the situation over there. I think you guys are going to find it quite interesting, actually. I know they're a hot mess, but gosh, I didn't know how much of a hot mess. So we'll get to that. We will certainly get to that. All right. So what's going on? Hello, my people. Let's say good morning. Out of the bag. Wee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? So good to see you, Mama. Barbara G. I feel like you're using a different account today. You're normally on Facebook. You're on YouTube. Okay. No problem. We got Irvelyn joining us. Says pleasant good morning. Pleasant good morning to you. How are you? Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, it's less than a week away now. It's next week, Thursday, so it's coming fast and furious. Good morning to Robert. Happy Friday. Yes, honey child. It is Friday indeed. Abby, how you doing, honey child? Damaris probably freezing her little tush off there in NYC. How is it? Give us a temperature gauge this morning. Shamika says, morning pumpkins and blueberries. Oh, I like that. Good morning. Oh, God, I hear Zeus barking. Miss Stacy's not here today. So I had to rush and walk him. And his little paws are wet. So, because of the grass and the dew in the mornings. So I tried to put him back in his cage when when his paws are wet so that he doesn't wet up everywhere. But I can hear him barking. I can tell he's not happy. He's like, y'all just abandoned me this morning. Miss Stacy's not even here and I got to be in here by myself. 14. My little sweet Zeus. He's different than Coco, I must tell you. She was just sweet as she could be. Zeus, he's kind of sweet and sour at the same time. Yeah. Now that I've really gotten to know his personality, he's a bad little boy. Not with me, but sometimes he be trying to flex on people. I'm like, Lord, no, you are not. I got to keep him in good manners. He'd be barking at people and carrying on. I'm like, wow, okay, then he got some spunk. Especially around men. He does not like the gardeners talking to me. Let me tell you. He could grab onto their pants and be like, who you talking to? Oh my goodness. He's so naughty. And boy, trust me, a Jamaican afraid of a little dog. Yeah. Geez, I'm peace. I'm like, he's a little thing. Oh, miss, my friend. I'm like, okay. Hello, Diamond Princess. Felicia, good morning. Hello, Irvelyn, again. She says, good morning, Auntie Sandy Hill. Hope you're feeling better this morning. Yes, child. Like I said, we're all human after all, and we just got to armor up and keep going, honey child. That's what they want. They want to break us. Poor them. They don't know that our ancestors have gone through so much that it's in their DNA to survive. Good morning, Senor Marshall. Hello. Dean Sinclair, I have not seen you in a minute. Dean in the house. How you doing? Good morning, Jim. Says, my apologies in advance. I'll only be able to listen to part of the morning show as I have physio this morning. So I'll be back later and watch the rewind. No problem. The good news is I don't skip class. Hey, remind me what surgery you had, Jean, because I'm trying to remember. Was it your knees as well? Yeah, the physio is extremely important. Miss Jean, good morning to you. Blessed Friday to you as well, and all the best for the festive season. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Plain and Straight is in the house. Abby singing along with her national song, says, "My heart enshrines thee yet." Oh, that song, right? There's just something about that song. Yep, just the melody is amazing. Good morning, Strong Wilt. We get some breaking news here this morning. Hold on. Let me just see. Oh, some good news. Little kitty that had disappeared is back home with the family. So cute. Oh, such a sweetheart. I'm not a huge cat person personally. I've never owned a cat per se. Although I feel like when I was a kid, there was a cat in the house that tore up all the blinds. I'm not sure if I made up that memory or if that actually did happen, but I kind of feel like I remember this story. And I think we got in trouble for it too. So I don't know who brought the cat in the house, but I kind of feel like that's a memory somewhere deep down. But look at this little cutie patootie and little BFF doggy. She had ran off after some workers came to the house and left the door open. And there they are, relaxing and playing. So cute. Thank you for sharing. So glad that she's back home safe and sound. All right, another robbery last night by ShopRite on Walker's Road, male with a machete. Tis the season, I guess. Yeah, what a mess. Good morning. Any way that you can post this missing backpack, please? I'm hoping someone may have come across it. Okay, no problem. Good morning, says this person. Sounds like he should be let go in the DPP office. We have to we have to really and truly get our legislators together. You know, it's so funny, the conversation that we were having the other day, right? About the minister Miles and that section, and Kenneth and that section of the law, because the more I find out and speak to the people who are in the trenches every single day, the more I realize how poorly written a lot of legislation is. And we do have some lawyers in there, but you know, I guess that's not their area of expertise, or they're not really looking at the legislation with a keen eye to say, does this even make sense? There's a lot that is wrong. And that's why you've got to be prepared to challenge it. You've got to be able to take it all the way to the Court of Appeal or House of Lords. I don't think they call it House of Lords anymore. What do they call now? I don't know. They've changed the highest appellate court name, I believe. Because, you know, even the legislation is poor. It's just really, really sad. And so we have legislators who sit there and they allow the legal drafters to write stuff that's really poorly written, and nobody's questioning it. Nobody's doing their job. And then they leave it up to the poor people, me and you, to have to be subjected to these laws. And then at that point, the court goes, this don't make no sense. So it's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, there's already just from on the face of it, from what I have received from these so-called prosecutors, my lawyers and other lawyers already like, these people are a bunch of jokers. There's so many issues with this already in terms of how they have the charges drafted in that little piece of paper. But you know, unfortunately, under the legal in the US, those types of things would cause them to get the case thrown out from the onset. But unfortunately, here in Cayman, we allow them to continually get a bite at the cherry. And so they keep getting a bite at the cherry. and they keep being able to fix whenever they mess things up. They're able to fix it even during the trial. They can still fix it, which is crazy. But that's the English legal system for you. Yeah, pretty wild. But there you have it. Yeah, these are the things you learn. I have learned so much during my tenure of having to deal with the judiciary. I have a lot of lawyers complaining right now about some new system that they have put in place, and they said the new system's not working and they're inefficient and they're wasting time when they show up to court. I mean, the new system doesn't print the full list of who's supposed to be in court. I'm just hearing all sorts of complaints. I don't even know. And of course, staff, they have a shortage of staff because the staff won't stay because of one particular person I keep telling you all about. I need to sit down with some of them into the new year to be able to do the expose on her because, the staff they're hemorrhaging staff at the court's office now. Like, people are just sick and tired of her. And unfortunately, management isn't actually doing anything about it. Well, she's in management, but whoever's above her isn't doing anything about it. So it's like, here we go again. Speaking of that, I don't think I told you guys this, but when I was in Tampa the other day, and I was coming back, what a hot mess. When I was coming back from the Tampa trips, that would have been Monday, I ran into, I was sitting in my seat, and when someone's passing you and they're like staring so hard that you feel someone looking at you and you've got to look up. So that was happening. I had a moment of that happening. And so I looked up, and sure enough, it was, what's his name? Patrick Thompson. Remember Patrick from the Cayman Islands Tourism Attraction Authority that we had to do a whole expose on 4 days. I can't remember how many days. I lost count. But yes, honey child, this man was trying to stare me down, and he was trying to give me the look. I'm not quite sure what that look was supposed to mean. But he was like looking at me and kind of bobbing his head like, I was like, hi, how are you? Fine. I was like, okay, good for you. Enjoying your suspended time off, I hope. Never to return, hopefully, to that agency. Child, he is bold. Sometimes you find people with a little extra degree of boldness. Honey, child, that is him. That brother is bold. I'm like, I see that, Patrick. You'll be just fine. Still getting paid. You ain't got no problems. It's the people of the Cayman Islands who've been wasting money on you and your concubine. But yes, honey, chill. He had the nerve. I was like, no, you didn't. Really? Really, dude? And so we had some MPs on that show as well. And one of them was saying to me how, he was kissing their rear end as he was passing the first class passengers. I said, poor him. That not gonna help none. Nope. Will not help, because he gotta go, Bobo. Yes, there was quite a few people on that flight, actually. I keep telling you guys, I got to make a point of going to Tampa more often. You were on that flight? I didn't see you on that flight. Really? I must admit, I'm probably not the best at paying attention to who's on flights and stuff, unless they really stand out for a particular reason. And so obviously Patrick stood out because he's special. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay, honey, chill. All right, then. Let me see if I've got this right today. Da, da, da. Look at that. I was there doing a little something, something. KK says, imagine I had an interview at the courthouse. I'll pass on that. Girl. Let me tell you, not until they fire this person or she retires or something, because I am hearing she is like, it's crazy. But yeah, she, no, sir. Nobody in their right mind can get, like, literally people are so stressed out at the court office, like they're not even giving notice anymore. They're just walking and quitting. Like, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm not going to take another day of this, because they see that nothing's actually being done about it, and people are complaining, and still nothing is done about it. So, I don't know. That's how it is. Oh Lord, there's drama this morning. Who is sending these messages? Who are these messages from? Ugh, Lord. I try to warn y'all, you know. Boy, some of y'all do not want to listen to Auntie. This person said, I saw you in the luggage pickup, then lost you in the crowd. Incognito, lowdown. Luggage. Oh, you mean when we got to Cayman, you saw me? Yeah, the court office needs to get it together, because I don't really want to do anything on them. I mean, I never want to do anything on anybody, but you know, I try to give y'all an opportunity to fix your stuff. Like, I do warn you, but y'all do not listen. Good morning, ma'am. Did you ever tell us who you were on the Tampa flight with? We were to remind you. Yeah, no, this is a story that I'm telling you. It wasn't who I was on the flight with. It's who I saw, which was Patrick Thompson, who's now on suspended leave, I guess, because of our show. Thank God we're saving the Cayman Islands from these scammers and, you know, all these bad civil servants. So he was on the flight giving me the googly eyes. No, that wouldn't be googly eyes. What would that be? I don't know what kind of eyes that was, but he was like giving me eyes. So yeah, I was like, I'm good. How are you? Legit, I didn't even recognize him. You know how you see someone, although he was giving me a little attitude with his head bobbing and whatever, and it didn't click until, you know, stink eye. Yeah, the stink eye. That's what he was doing. That's right, Jim. He's trying to give me a stink eye. Poor him. So I didn't quite know who he was even until I was already halfway through my sentence, but it doesn't matter. I would have still said good afternoon, good evening, Patrick. I would have called him by name had I remembered who he was. He'll be fine. Poor him. Disastrous. You were getting all that money off the people of Cayman Islands doing God knows what for years. And now we called you to account and you're all up in your feelings. Chap, please take several seats in the back, please. He'll be fine. I don't have any loyalties to anybody. I do want y'all to understand this. Okay? My loyalty is not to individuals. My loyalty is to trying to do the right thing. So, yep, that's why they began up in their feelings. That's exactly what McKeeva up in his feelings, Milady up in her feelings, Patrick up in his feelings. What is one at the court office? She shouldn't be up in her feelings. I can't remember her first name now. Not Siobhan. Oh God, let's not mix up Siobhan in this one. Shanae? No, not Shanae. Shiona. Girl, Shiona, what you be doing at the court office? I'm just saying, it's a hot mess and then some. Dun, dun, dun. Shiona Query. Mall Road, calling Shiona Query. Hello, ma'am. Good morning. I'm getting one too many complaints about you these days. It's no bueno. It's not good. Staff resigning because of you, girl. You might have some explaining to do. What a mess. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. Anywho, we have got to hold them accountable. Oh my God. Okay. Ha ha. Today's Friday. Ha ha ha. How much sus y'all want today? Shall we come hard with the sus? Okay. Remember when I told you guys, you see, this is why you got to listen to me, you know. I mean, not for nothing, but I'm right way more often than I'm wrong. Remember when I told you guys some time ago, after Hurricane Melissa hit Port Jamaica, and I told you guys, I said, leave certain things alone, leave certain people alone when it comes to, oh, they're collecting containers and money, whatever. I tried to warn you guys, but you wouldn't listen to me. Now all hell is breaking loose. How do I put this as plainly as possible? There are some people who cannot be trusted, okay, with money, situations, and all these sorts of things. I don't know what is wrong with you guys and how many times I have to, it's like you can't learn, you know. One thing that Lauder used to say, make a mistake. Mistakes are, you know, part of life. That's how you learn. But if you don't learn from your mistakes, that's where the problem lies. So I told you guys, Makiva Bush, him again, and Sherry Ann were collecting donations, sending stuff off. I told y'all, I said, don't mess with that. I said, don't mess with that. Y'all remember me telling you this? Does anybody in class remember? Johan's here bragging brownies this morning. If you remember, you get some brownies. Good morning, brown sugar. I told y'all, I said, the last supposed containers for Honduras sat in somebody's yard for months. And their grown son was able to go through it and take out stuff for his children, all kind of stuff. Y'all don't want to listen to me, but I keep trying to tell you. Not everyone who jumps up on a platform and got a big mouth really is about doing the right thing. I don't know how many times I'm not going to tell y'all something. Anyway, here we go now. As suspected, Marshall says, yes, I remember. I got to FedEx you some brownies, Marshall. Yep, can't hear, you can feel. I tried to warn y'all. Now look at this hot mess that is developing as we speak this morning. Exhibit A. Several weeks ago, I think it was, let me have a look at the timeline here. She sent out a request because, of course, you know, y'all went and gave all these containers. Then she sent out a request basically saying that they don't have the money to send off the containers. What did I tell you, people? I said, leave it to the experts. Stop playing dollar house with people who are just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So all of a sudden now, oh yes, we have the containers, but nobody thought about the fact that it costs money for these containers to go overseas. Oh, we got Miracle Brokers working with us. Y'all think Miracle Brokers sending a container for free? Okay, you might get a discount. I mean, I don't know. But it costing her money to send the container. So, you know, that cost has to be passed on. So here to joke now. We'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who's donated so far, whether through supplies or financial assistance, blah, 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 blah. Priority areas of need, blah, 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 blah. Fuel fund for the boat transport. Here it is now. We're preparing to ship the containers directly to Black River, Jamaica. To move these relief supplies safely, we must raise $15,000 KYD to cover the fuel and transportation costs for the boat. What? $15,000 for a boat to go from Cayman to Jamaica? And that is just the fuel and transportation. Say what? A container. How many? I mean, I don't know how many containers, but which boat is this? You see what I told y'all? I said leave it to the experts. So here you go now, begging money to get the stuff here. So now you got containers full of goods that ain't going nowhere. Y'all see what I tried to tell you? Okay, it gets even worse. Now this morning, one bag of mix-up stuff, messages start being sent around from yesterday. Lord Jehovah. I kept telling y'all, when it come to money business, some people ain't honest. Is somebody already gone to jail for theft? I don't know why you're trusting them with anything. Y'all so, some of y'all ain't gonna, come on now. Now look at this morning. Public announcement. Any funds that were sent to the below account as a donation towards fuel were not received by our organization. What? CNB, please come over here. Cayman National, where's all my VPs of this and VPs of that? Y'all now need to shut down this account. Because no telling what kind of money laundering and potential fraud and whatever is going with this account. They put the account number, the bank account name, relief reference, Jamaica Hurricane Relief Fund. It says that the funds were supposed to be given to our organization and were never received. If you donated money by sending it to this account, please ask for your money to be returned. Here to mix up now, as the funds were not used towards the fuel or anything in ways of our relief fund via Jamaica Hurricane Relief. Lord Jehovah. What? My God. They even got copies of the bank account statement. Wow. Sherry Ann Smith name all over this. Somebody soon go to jail again. Lordy. We'll do the full story because we got to put it all together, but it's one bag of mix-up. One bag of mix-up. Apparently, the people in the mix, right? I told y'all I wouldn't trust McKeever either with anything. They call all kind of people name into this. This is what y'all get for not listening to common sense. I tried to warn y'all. So we have a whole slew of people here. Chairperson, Mr. McKeever Bush, but of course. Deputy Chair, Sherry Ann Smith, but of course. Secretary, Sophia Bryant. Assistant Secretary, Mr. Norman Godfrey. Treasurer, Dr. Vicky Frederick. Project Coordinator, to be announced shortly. Then they got and put Dr. Marzuka's name in the mix. Poor him. I know he don't want nothing, no part of this mess. So it is one bag of mix-up. One bag of foolishness. Here we go again. Am I surprised? No, I told y'all so. I told you, you should not trust certain people. Okay? Now y'all gonna find out. And guess what? The good's not gonna help nobody in Jamaica. They'll never get there. McKeever. I wouldn't trust him with no money. Sherry Ann, even worse. She didn't go to jail for theft. Lord Jesus. You put the crook in the bank. What do you think happened? See that? Yep, Makiva claimed he wrote this. We know he didn't really write this, but anyway. The Voice 97.7 FM. Yep, they involved in the mix too. Anyway, it's now all falling apart. I don't know where the money gone. I do not know who has the money. I know I ain't got it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And I try to warn y'all to stay away from this situation. Now, don't call it goat milk, because this was just common sense. This wasn't even goat milk. This was just like, I'm telling y'all. When people have shown you who they are, what do we say? Believe them. Some of these people can't organize their way out of a crook sack, much less talk about relief funds for Jamaica. Now you see why the government was like, listen, use agencies that have experience in this. I bet you when they first started trying to get this money together, they were not of the understanding that you don't just fill a container and poof, the container magically appears in Blackwater, Jamaica. It has to like actually get there. And we told you the logistics of getting boats and ports, and you know what I'm saying? The port in Kingston is full, probably the Blackwater one full too. And they would prioritize certain agencies, and sometimes containers will sit there now for months and still never get anywhere. But y'all didn't want to listen to me. So here we go. Now, the people in Jamaica who really need this relief, who needed this assistance, I see messages about, oh, we need water. We need this, we need that. And people, by the time they get it there 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months later, then people are not going to be needing the things that are on that boat. KK says, you can't hear, you're going to feel. That's right. That way on Lottie would tell you. I don't know how people don't learn. No, sir. On a too jumpy. Bunch of thieves and crooked, says Strong Wilt. Are they buying the boat too? Right, Abby? I don't even know what kind of boat. I mean, when they said Miracle Brokers, I thought that, I guess maybe she helped them with the containers because she doesn't have a boat. But I thought they would have used one of the bona fide shipping companies. But I see someone here saying that they're hearing that it's her husband's boat. You see, well, all kind of mixed up thing. I keep, Lord Jesus. Told y'all, don't mess with this woman, Sherry Ann. Anything that she got her hands on, y'all better run in the opposite direction. Including election time. Stop having this woman come and prospect and tell you that she can help you win. Y'all ain't got no sense. The containers not reached yet, see? On an IG page that they reached. Right. Well, apparently there's some dispute now within the group where they're asking for money to be Black River, not Blackwater, thank you. Where they're asking for the money to be returned. So I don't know. What a hot mess. Good morning, Sandy. Yep, that's Shiona. She was married to Jerry Wood and is now with Crosby Solomon. She is a real B. Oh, that Crosby's girlfriend? Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, I know this, the court staff running from her. Strong Will says, we know Sherry Ann is a damn thief, and I'm sorry, but some people can't change. Very good morning to you, Miss Lucille. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Jim says, FOFO, that's right. John LaRue says, so it's donations of water, etc., and $15,000? Right? Black River, my apologies. I think I said Blackwater. Black River, Jamaica, yes. Jim and others. It don't make no sense. They claim that financial contributions would be going towards supplies, transport, and targeted relief support for affected communities. Each contribution, large or small, make a big difference. Stop. Stop. Right? Now, you will have no accountability with this group. I tried to warn y'all, but y'all wouldn't listen. Oh, well. Go and tell McKeeva, give you your money back. So Ms. Vicky Fredericks is the one who's sending messages this morning. Apparently saying that the public, let me show you guys this. I got to screenshot this one. Oh my God. OMG. Lord, good morning. Jesus, please come over here. If you're not awake yet for the drama in Cayman, we're begging you to come and look over on this side. Yes, because this is a hot mess. Okay. So this in part reads, let me take off the overlay for a second so y'all can see. Official response to public announcement. The public notice currently circulating regarding the swim account is false. Yes, sir. Misleading and materially inaccurate, and it is necessary to correct the record. All funds deposited into the swim account were received and dispersed. Every dollar collected through the swim account was withdrawn and handed over directly to Miss Sherry Ann Smith, who personally signed for and acknowledged receipt of those funds. Woosa. There are records to support this. The claim that Swim did not receive the funds is untrue. The organization did, and in fact, received the funds through its account, and they were subsequently transferred to the designated individual. Why? Y'all so dumb. Any statement suggesting otherwise is factually incorrect. I formally resigned as treasurer due to concerns over financial conduct. Ms. Vicky, this not Ms. Vicky Frederick who was trying to perform exorcism on school children. She's a doctor of religion. Ms. Vicky, come now. You don't know Sherry Ann. You don't know McKeeva Bush. You don't know some people can't be trusted with money. I thought you were smarter than this. What a hot mess. Is she still a teacher? Does she still work for government? Okay, so she says that she formally resigned due to concerns over financial conduct. I resigned from my position as treasurer immediately upon becoming aware of inappropriate conduct and behavior involving public funds. Well, it's not actually public funds, but anyway, she should say, donated funds, but whatever. I could not, in good conscience, remain associated with actions that lack transparency and accountability. I wish you'd be more specific about what those things are, but anywho. New requests for funds should raise serious concerns. Duh. Given that funds were already collected, received, and signed for, the public should exercise extreme caution regarding additional requests for money. Donors have the right to know why more funds are being sought and where previous funds were actually applied. Clarification is required regarding donor payments that made the swim account, blah, blah, blah. Well, Ms. Vicky, I can tell you one thing I know for sure that can happen this morning. You're going to get blocked from Sherry Ann's group, and you're not going to be able to send no more messages to nobody. But, honey child, welcome to the cold hard truth, because I did try to tell y'all. No, sir. What a mess. When you can't hear, you're certainly going to feel, because I told y'all in more than one occasion, I said, don't do it. Anything with Sherry Ann, don't give her one red cent. But y'all wouldn't listen to me. Anyway. Well, keep it coming, folks in the group. Keep sending it to me, honey chat. I'm here for it. None of it is surprising. Lord Jesus. What a hot mess. Let me ask this person a question. Okay, let me see. Okay. And you see the thing about it, when Vicky resigned, I'm curious to know when that resignation was. Because so okay. Yeah, because if she resigned previous to sending these messages today, she should have notified people in that group immediately of her resignation and why she was resigning. Saying it now is a little bit suspicious. I would have informed people at the time of resignation and why at that time you were resigning, because people probably gave money since then. Strong Wilt says, Auntie Sandy, you got goat mouth. I'm telling you. There's one thing I want to say to you guys, but I don't want to say it. It's in my heart that it's going to happen, but I don't want to say it because there are certain things, life and death, that I have in real time almost called down on people. I'm not calling it down on people, but I say it and then it happens. You know, there was a really interesting situation. Somebody claimed that I must have got obia on people. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about no obia. I don't dabble in no foolishness. Don't be calling my name out in no obia. But there's an incident where I said somebody should be on their knees praying to God because they were on death's door. And the following morning, they died of a heart attack. So they blaming me. And I was like, nope. I can't tell you why it came out that way. But yes, it did. And yes, he died. But there's another death that is pending in relation to someone connected to one of my matters. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to even tell you who it is. Because when he dies, y'all going to be like, oh my God, Sandy. We're going to just leave it right there. I have a strong sense that something's coming. Anyway, morning again, Miss Lucille Cameron Bratt says this is expletive up. Knowing these poor people need that aid, but then again, those two, Sherry Ann and Kiki, could ruin a good fight. You know? When you don't want to listen, you are surely going to find out. Buenos dias, Senora Alba. ¿Cómo estás? Yes. What is Friday in Espanol again? Oh God, I can't remember the days of I have to go through the whole week to get to Friday. Viernes is Thursday? No. Domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves. Viernes, sábado? No. Is that right? I can't remember. So viernes is Friday? Viernes feliz? Is that right? Happy Friday? I don't know. Yes, honey child. Anyway, we'll keep you guys updated in that hot mess and we'll report it because Lord knows if we don't report these things and then there's no record, then, you know, y'all pretend like it never happened. Although I keep telling you, don't do it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Matthew Leslie. Matthew Leslie come knocking at your door, asking you for donation for poor people. Don't give him one red cent. There's certain people that just have a proven record. Here is a comment in relation to this hot mess. Good morning, San. Morning, honey chill. People should know if they see Sherry Ann volunteer for anything, it's something up her sleeve. She's as crooked as they come. Heard Jaren on TikTok telling people a couple days ago that funds were needed to get the containers to Jamaica. The babies need Pampers, milk, etc. Vicky retired a couple years ago. Oh, she finally retired. What a hot mess, honey child. Jaren following in his mother's footsteps. And those are not good footsteps that you'd want to follow in. Trust and believe. Oh, I got it right. It was Viernes. Yay! I remember un poquito español. Auntie Sandy's in full Christmas spirit vibes today. Voodoo High Priestess. Johan, I heard you've been causing trouble. Johan, I hear you've been misbehaving and causing trouble over on Sabrina's show. Is that true? Somebody called me yesterday and they're like, you need to tell Sabrina to keep that Johan off her show. And he said he's misbehaving. I said, Lord Jesus, I can't keep up with Johan. I don't know what he's doing. Like, behave yourself. They say he know better than to come on your show, though. I said, poor thing. He'll be fine. Hear this mix up now? Yes, sir. This is where it's at. I keep telling y'all. Y'all don't know. Some people, listen, some people can't be straight. They just crooked. Crooked from the jump. Hear of this person's experience now. Ay. Good morning, Kiwan. This person says the following. I was at the site one evening and they didn't have space to pack certain things. Sherry Ann told them that they could store them at her house. I told the guy, nope, carried them back home. See what I'm telling y'all? All kind of mix up and co-mingling of stuff. Co-mingling of sources and this and that. I know one thing. CNB better shut down that account if they know what I know. Because their name will soon be called up and all kind of drama. Lord. Johan says, liars. People are too soft and simple-minded. I run CMR. You don't run nothing around here. In your mind, you should be running around the block is what you should be doing. But you're not running nothing wrong. Yeah, so sorry. Johan wants shares in CMR, but nobody not getting that privilege. Sorry, Bobo. Not today and not next week either. Strong Will says, I love the Friday, sis. I'm sitting here because, I'm not surprised. And I did tell you guys this, right? That this was coming. But I'm still in shock at how many people were still fooled. When I tell you something, try and believe me next time. All right. Big shout out to Digicel. They got something big happening mañana. Oh, yes, honey child. We got to talk about it.
Christmas, the season of love, laughter, and just a little bit of chaos. Sometimes the ham has other plans, and sometimes the road to Christmas cheer feels longer than the 12 days themselves. Was it 3 eggs or 4? Better call Granny, she always knows. But in the rush and the mix-ups, it's easy to forget what matters most. Christmas isn't about perfection, it's about real connection. This Christmas runs on Real Connection, only with Digicel.
All right, honey child. Digicel is having a bigly, and I do mean bigly sale tomorrow. One day. It's like a flash sale. 1 day sale only tomorrow. You got to get into the stores for this Saturday all day long from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Exclusive 1 day deals on phones, prepaid and postpaid mobile plans, Digicel internet, and more. This is your opportunity to save big. Yes, you can get some nice stocking stuffers over there at Digicel. Here's what's on offer. You can go to any of the 3 store locations. You've got Kimana Bay, Waterfront Georgetown, Countryside Shopping Center, which is in Savannah. And we have the A55, 128 gig. You get a 10-day plan with that. That's now 50% off at only $249. You can also get the Samsung A26 with 256 gig, 30-day plan for only $329. And an iPhone 16 Pro Max 256 for only $999. That's device offers. So you can get deals on handsets. You can also, for postpaid customers, you can get a new phone, no down payment, and up to 50% off of selected handsets when you sign up for a new postpaid or prepaid plan. That's valid for existing customers only. Then you can also get a free Disney Plus for 1 month and enjoy all of the Premier League action when you sign up for a new postpaid plan as well. Prepaid customers, we got something for you also. Get double data when you activate a new prepaid plan. You can also get double credit on all top-ups. Are you a D Plus customer? Free TV, honey child. Sign up for the home fiber plan and you can get free TV for 1 month. Head on out to Digicel tomorrow. This is a 1 day only, December the 20th, flash sale at all of their locations. However, if you can't make it out tomorrow, although I suggest you do, because I can be the best deals, there's still deals that are going to be coming your way. There's still lots of Christmas offers. And in fact, they're going to be doing raffles and giveaways right through to the end of the month. So I'll tell you about those other deals here in just a little bit. But for now, I would suggest you mark your calendar for tomorrow, Saturday, December the 20th, and get on out there, honey child, and grab yourself one of these amazing deals. Good morning. Johan says, I can't even get dry up brownies anymore. I know, I haven't made any in a long time. You're on a diet, child. Putting you on a diet, I put myself on one too. Strong Wilt says, Johan is a troublemaker. He is. And I imagine he's always been that way, even as a little kid. Shaka Zulu says, no, he doesn't need to be banned. He just seems a bit frustrated and gets a little overly expressive, but well-meaning. Who said he should be banned? Nobody's banning him. Because we don't pay him that much mind. I mean, he's not that bad. I don't think anybody said he should be banned. No. He's not going to be banned. He just likes to talk a lot of foolishness. And for the record, I don't know what side PC talking about, but it definitely not me. No, honey chill. We not about that life. Gabby says, I wish I could go back to when I could get my kids bikes and Barbie dolls, but they're teenagers now. Go to Digicel, child. You got to get them one of those deals. It gets harder and harder every year to shop for people, I swear. I'd be looking at Amazon thinking, okay, would this person do this? Like if they live in the States, it's easy. You just send them a gift card. They can buy whatever they want on Amazon. That's what I'm doing with my overseas family, the kids. I'm just going to send them a gift card. Work it out. Figure it out. I don't know what else to tell you. How are we doing today, Miss Romelia? Can't see you, but you're sounding great. Better spirit. Yes, my dear honey chill. They can't hold us down. Don't worry. I was just talking about the hot mix up there with that group that Sherry Ann is in. Talking about they were sending a container of goods and begging $15,000 to send the container. Somebody over Instagram. Thank you, Polo Fully. Pollo Fully had the following to say. Oh, hold on. Let me ensure that y'all can see the message. Containers cannot be shipped to Black River as there's no facility in Black River for that. Plus, Black River is completely dominated. Most aids were airlift to Black River. Containers have to be shipped to Kingston or Mobay. Polo Fully, them container, whatever containers she claims she got, they're not getting there. Came in with a plan, says, I want brownies too, Sandy. I think I deserve more. Aw, let me tell you. I guess they're a little bit addictive. Well, it's Christmas time now, so diets are out of the window, and you can indulge in some brownies for sure. That container not getting to Mobe, it not reaching Kingston, it not reaching the shores of Jamaica. They're not even leaving Prospect, honey child, wherever the hell the container is. That's McKeever too, he got to take some blame in this because he's still trying to get y'all to vote for him next election, thinking that he can do something. He need to go sit his behind down. What mess? All right. Let's talk about this child molester. Former teacher sentenced to 15 years for rape of teen. Praise the Lord and hallelujah. Oh, your opening remarks when reading someone's comment. Someone commented ban. Oh, I don't even remember. But no. Yeah, I think they were just joking. Okay. Remember this guy who assaulted his own family member? His wife's niece? Horrible. The family has some justice now, I suppose. Poor child. Will never be the same. But thankfully, he got a sentence that is more fitting of what he did. I personally think they should be getting a life sentence. That's just me. 15 years is still nothing because remember now he only got served 60% of that. But anyway, here he is. Remember him? This, folks, is Selvin Emmanuel Bailey, convicted of raping a teenage girl who was visiting the Cayman Islands from Jamaica, was sentenced to 14 years and 8 months in prison by Justice Emma Peters. Thank you, Justice Peters. This happened in mid-2023. I remember it all too well because the family reached out to me, her uncles and stuff. Some live in the States, some were still in Jamaica. Her dad was besides himself. She also got 6 months for one count of indecent assault and 2 years for another count of indecent assault. But of course, they all run concurrently, right? Sexual harm prevention order for 20 years. Although I think he should be leaving Cayman after he serves his time. We need to deport him. So it's CBC. Please get on top of that one. Guilty in all counts after a trial that concluded on July the 30th. He's been in custody since. So the victim was staying with his wife, who used to work at HSA, Health Services Authority, when the assault occurred. Poor child went to bed one evening, woke up to discover that her shorts and underwear had been removed, and she was in excruciating pain. You can read the article. I don't want to say any more about that because I'm going to get very, very upset. Poor child. Oh my God. Wow. So there's multiple instances. Says that forensic evidence proved crucial to the case. They did a rape kit. Thank the Lord. And he denied it and then claimed that the minor had initiated inappropriate conduct towards him. Suggested her accusations were motivated by resentment after he refused to give her money. My God. Anyway, you guys remember that his wife has stood by him through thick and thin. She goes to visit him on a regular basis in jail. And it's unfortunate. Right? She seems to believe him, Miss Rosemary, poor her. And I don't know if she's suffering from some kind of trauma herself or what is going on here. But, there were even allegations of her trying to give the child the morning after pill and stuff like this. He lucky. Because 15 years is still nothing compared to what he has done to this poor child and how he has ruined her life. Remember I told you guys that this was the couple, they're members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, that even after he was arrested and charged, the church allowed them to have a vow renewal ceremony at the church. I'm just like, who does that? She was going around asking people to provide references for him and trying to give it a certain spin as though, yes, he's been found guilty, but there might be some room for the judge. I was like, one of the people asked me about it, and I said, no, honey child. I said, don't be giving this man no reference. Under no circumstances. Nope, and nope. Absolutely not. Wow. Unbelievable. So horrible. But I'm glad he's going to stay in jail for a good while. And then we need to get that deportation order. And sorry, Miss Rosemary, but since you're so hell-bent on standing next to this horrible, depraved man, you should be heading off to somewhere else. You can't stay here. Why? Was she in a work permit? Or well, HSA would be contract workers, I guess. She was going around asking physicians to help her start up a pharmacy after the HSA let her go. I was like, y'all gotta be stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. Don't go in business with her. Honey child, just go to Jamaica and start over without this man, because I don't know what to say. But sometimes you don't know the devils that you pick until they show you who they are. And then you got to deal with them accordingly. Oh my gosh. It's so sad. The wife was promising, send her here. She would have some opportunities in Cayman that she's not going to have in Jamaica. And look what happened to the poor child. Look. So horrible. Unbelievable. My God. And there are other allegations swirling around about him as well. So, there's something to be said for that also. Yep. I doubt it's the first time. Very, very bold. Says, is this the same one where the child was visiting Cayman for the summer, and when she went back home to Jamaica, the child told her family and they called your show? It's yes, it's the same one that we're thinking of. But they were able to get, based on the court proceedings, they did actually have a real-time rape kit that they were able to get. So, but yes, the family, as I recall, I think it was her dad and uncle, maybe even one of the aunts or something. So yeah, they did speak with me and stuff about it, and I got a feeling he ever go back to Jamaica, the family and deal with him too. Good for them. I mean, I can't say I can blame them. You know, yeah, they were not happy, rightfully so. Such a horrible thing to do to a child. My God. But it sounds like hopefully she will be hopefully getting counseling and a lot of support, which she will undoubtedly need. So such a sad situation. But this sentence is more in line with what we would like to see happening to these perverts, because too many of them literally get a slap on the wrist. Anyway, good morning. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, we got, I do remember we were in contact with the father, and I did speak with him, and I believe one of the uncles as well. Hello, good morning.
Ma'am,
Hello.
you can bring your dog today, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Calling from Animal House, ma'am. You can bring your dog today, ma'am. You're busy, ma'am.
Oh, I can bring Zeus today?
What time, ma'am? Hello?
You just send me, I'm actually live on the radio. Just send me a WhatsApp message. Let me see what time we can bring him.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure why he was video calling me, but okay. Sounds like somebody's going to be getting groomed today, looking all pretty for Christmas. Jail is too good for that level of evil, nasty monsters. Right? Lady D, happy Friday. Anisha says, good morning, please. Can you throw this out there? Someone hit my Toyota, is it called Vitz car, and broke the light and smashed up the bumper on Swamp and Kennedy Drive. And the wicked man / woman didn't leave a note. No eyewitnesses either. Are they just covering up for the person who did it? Now my car is due for inspection and license, and I can't get the light on island. So I'm stuck without a car for the moment. Please, if anyone see anything, say something. The light is $350 US plus shipping and duty. Oh my gosh. Anisha, so sorry to hear that. When did it happen? Maybe when might help people to kind of put their minds to, if they can assist in any way, if they saw something. That's not good. I'm telling y'all, this is why you need a dash cam, not for nothing. But these dash cams catch things even when you're not in the car. Did you know this? Yes, they do, honey child. Yep. They have collision, even motion when you're not in the car. Anybody walks up to your car, it catches it too. Still get yours. We got plenty of inventory, plenty of stock. All right. Good morning, Auntie. Marcia says, I'm late. Can I see the picture of him? Oh, yes. There he is. Salvin Bailey is his name. And I want to say that someone had contacted me about other things that he had been up to. Can you believe that he's a former assistant teacher? Lord Jesus. Unbelievable. Well, at least this one is off the streets for now. And good job to that jury. They got it right. But yeah, my dear, he's former educator. Imagine that. But thank you so much to the family. Like I said, we've been watching and monitoring this case for quite some time now. And, you know, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Wow. All righty. Thank you so much. Hello, Audio Slave. Good morning. How are you? So Tuesday night, Anisha said it happened Tuesday night after 6:30 p.m. So if you live in that area and you might have seen something, please, come forward. Vermilia wants to know if it was parked in the road and not in your yard. Lord Jesus. Bailey. Oh, Lord. You guys hear Zeus? We're going to have to let him out because he's not going to stop barking now until he gets out. Poor him. He's so naughty. All right. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then I'm going to get Miss Gigi to let Zeus out because otherwise he's going to keep barking. His little voice box soon go. And she not paying him no mind, obviously.
Christmas, the season of love, laughter, and just a little bit of chaos. Sometimes the ham has other plans, and sometimes the road to Christmas cheer feels longer than the 12 days themselves. Was it 3 eggs or 4? Better call Granny, she always knows. But in the rush and the mix-ups, it's easy to forget what matters most. Christmas isn't about perfection, it's about real connection. This Christmas runs on Real Connection, only with Digicel.
All right, folks. His poor little voice box is about to go with all that barking going on. No, Bailey, Bailey, Audio Slave. Kim Brock says we need to do more proper vetting. Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you that sometimes it is difficult when they're coming from somewhere else because they might have moved. I mean, Jamaica's a big country. They may have moved. A lot of instances of child abuse and assault, especially, go unreported. So how can you vet if it's never reported? So yeah, it's unfortunate, but at least it looks like swift action was taken in this case, which is good. Okay. All right. All righty. Unit. Hi, Sandy. Was just checking if you found out anything regarding the hotel that NCB was doing by the cemetery. Boy, we're going to have to do a whole show on NCB. Y'all going to have to wait because that is a hot mess and then some. Boy, that's a fall from grace. Yeah. I'm still doing some digging, but a lot is coming up. Oh, yeah. What a hot mess. Miss Anisha says it was parked outside because I have to park beside someone that parked in the yard. Department of Education Services now put everyone in the classroom under review and evaluate them. Any red flags appearing should be addressed. But I mean, what kind of review would you be talking about, Carrie? Because again, until they've actually done something, I don't know what that review means, really. But thankfully, they got rid of him, I think, as quickly as the charges and the allegations came to light. Okay. So, yeah, it's horrible. And, I understand that his wife, maybe she's suffering from Stockholm syndrome. Like, I don't really know. But I think it's time for her to do the right thing now, because by all accounts, she really hadn't. She was sticking by him, even now, still visiting him in jail and all sorts of stuff. And honey, child, that's not what you do with child molesters. They shouldn't be getting any support from family. I'm sorry, but I feel very, very strongly about this. Yeah. I'm not visiting him in no jail. Anyway, she's no longer at HSA either. Yes, sir. All right, let's move on. These types of cases make me really upset. What? Check in their mental state? I don't think that's any guarantee of anything, Carrie, except someone can do well in a test. Morning, George Fullerton. How you doing, honey chow? How are you? So good to see you. George and I went to law school together way back when. Can you imagine? I see you guys are getting ready for the festive season. Melanie, how you went out with my friend Dr. Sydney? I need to talk to you two. What? Looks like a little Christmas vibe. Christmas came early for some people. Mel's picture just showed up on my timeline, so I started looking at some of her stuff. Somebody looking sexy for Christmas. I love to look at Christmas pictures when you guys do your little family pictures and stuff. They're so cute. I haven't done any in years. I should be ashamed of myself. Look at Mel. Yes, sir. Slim and trim, honey chow. All decked out. Candy cane and silver. So pretty. Love the jumper. Very, very pretty. Good morning, Miss Anne. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Okay, so just a reminder this evening, we have Love and Lies. This is the After Dark relationship show. It is on this evening at 10 o'clock. It's really meant for adults, like children are not really supposed to be listening. But go check it out. They're going to be talking about Diddy. Ooh, honey child, that's going to be an interesting conversation. They'll be talking about Diddy this evening. What a hot mess. He needs professional help. What a thing, I tell you. Wow. Okay. Somebody just showed me a picture of some pork chops, and oh my God, these look amazing. Lamb chops, not pork chops, lamb chops. Even better. Wow, this looks so good. Okay. So, immigration reform. Do we have a final version of what is being passed yet? You guys need to know now that there's some really, really important things that are coming up. So minimum wage goes into effect on the 1st of January. So if you have an organization or company that pays staff, you got to be aware that the new minimum wage of $8.75 is going to replace the current minimum wage of $6. So start to make your decisions from now, because it's not really a whole lot of time. Today is what, the 19th? So you got a little bit of time left to get yourselves sorted out. This changes the minimum wage. The $6 minimum wage has been in place for since 2016. So it's been a minute. Okay. So, service industry employees, there's a couple of things with them. They have a special wage calculation, but it has to be part of an approved gratuity scheme. So remember, we learned some time ago from the then head of the Tourism Association, Cayman Islands Tourism Association, that the gratuity schemes have to be approved by the Department of Labor and Pensions. Okay. So now in the past, they had a different, I think, kind of scheme in terms of how it works. Now they must be paid the full minimum wage of $8.75 an hour. Mm-hmm. And up to 25% of the national minimum basic wage, that's $2.19 per hour max, will be counted from gratuities toward the minimum wage requirement. I'm not so sure I understand that fully, I'll be honest with you. So counted from gratuities, but they still have to pay them the $8.75 an hour, regardless of what the gratuities are. I think that's how it works. So important note here is that employees retain all gratuities earned in addition to their regular wages. Oh, that's different. Now, some of these companies, not for nothing, but they be trying to steal people's gratuities, like the management and stuff like that. So this is interesting. Live-in household employees, they also have to be paid the full minimum wage of $8.75 an hour. Employees may apply up to 25% of the national minimum wage minimum, which is $2.19 per hour max, as a credit for accommodation and utilities provided. Okay, this means that the minimum cash wage for live-in domestic workers is going to be $6.56 per hour. I get it. Mm-hmm. So you get an accommodation credit. Okay. Commission-based employees, they have to be paid the full minimum wage of $8.75 an hour, but then up to 25% of the national minimum basic wage can be counted from commissions towards the minimum wage. And just to be clear, employees retain all commissions earned in addition to their regular wages. I'm gonna do, let me do a little explanatory video on this, because I know sometimes this can get a little bit confusing. Okay, so leave it with me. And we'll get it sorted out. Yes. Okay. I'm also going to see if we can maybe have someone on the show to discuss this as well. We'll reach out to some of the folks over at DLP. Okay. All right, because I want to make sure that all of you are compliant with the law, right? That, you know, we believe in following the law around here, despite what the DPP might have you believe. Honey child. Okay. So I think this is good. Like I said, I mean, it's going to impact people. You know, some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to like it. I always say to people, come on now. The average person should not be looking to stay in this minimum wage area. You got to make sure that you are moving the dial. Okay. So this is indeed the new minimum wage. Oh, this falls under the Ministry of Cayman Employment and Immigration. Okay. If you have any questions or you need more information, you can email them minimumwage@gov.ky. Again, this all falls under the Department of Labor and Pensions, so we will see what more details we can get, and perhaps we'll invite some folks onto the show as well so that they can answer your questions directly. Make sure that you're crystal clear about what needs to be done, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, leave that with me. I'm just adding it to my little list of things that I want to chase up on behalf of the community. Okay. Yes, let me see. Okay, let's see. Some comments and stuff coming in. Can I watch it on Facebook? Miss Marcia, watch what on Facebook? Oh, the Love and Lies show this evening? Yes. That's this evening at 10 o'clock. Real Talk, Love and Lies. 10 o'clock. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, cmrtv.com, Instagram. Oh, yeah. Definitely watch it. Very, very interesting. Love My KY says, Sandy, there was a poll a couple months ago on who should replace the DG after retirement. Is there any official news on who his actual replacement will be? No. And, you know, I'm good for a poll. Those polls, I think it was CNS that did that poll. Keep in mind that that's just a popular vote poll, right? There's nothing in it. Like we don't know who it's going to be. Obviously, there's some people that are in the running, but listen, there's some people that we may not have even thought of that are going to be in the runnings and potentially get it. We don't know. So we got to wait and see. Mr. France Manderson actually does not leave until I think mid next year. So they will probably start the recruitment and official advertising for the position, I would expect, early in the year. Yes, so that's what I'm expecting to happen. And, you know, of course, we expected Kimanian to get the position. And there's a few that could potentially be in the running for that. It's one of the best on your lineup, Shishaka Zulu. Just awesome. Really? Look at that. I'm so glad you enjoy it. There's a lot of good shows, though. It just depends on what you're into. But I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying the Love and Lies show. Yeah, congratulations to the two hosts. They're using pseudonyms on the program. Because, you know, they don't necessarily, you know, they just want to talk about the topics. They don't want to get into, who that is and whatever. So it is very, very interesting. Morning, Mr. Belika. How are you? Stealing grats been happening for years. Yeah, they need to get into that and tighten that up a little bit. Jesse, good morning. Jesse Law says, and pension payments need to be updated for the new wage increase. Yes. Mm-hmm. So all of this has to be done. That's why I'm telling y'all, you know, start planning from now to get it together. You're most welcome, Miss Marcia. Grats used to disappear back in the day. What's not earlier? Earlier than 10 o'clock? It's an adult show, ma'am. Maybe you shouldn't be listening. You might be past your prime for that kind of conversation. I'm just saying. Tommy. Morning, Brother Tommy. Happy holidays to you as well. Merry Christmas when it comes. Still a week out. Someone says, I just woke up. So Sherry Ann stole the people money? Lord Jesus. Morning, Moritz East End doesn't pay gratuities at all. Well, it's weird, but I guess they don't have to. I mean, I don't know that there's a law that says you have to. The law says you have to pay the minimum wage. So what most of the hospitality industry does, as far as I know, is they do like a combination. So they take some of the grats to help pay your and that's what this addresses, right? But I'm not so sure that it's required that you have to pay minimum. You have to pay gratuities. I mean, I don't know exactly, but that's crazy. Yeah. We'll find out a bit more about that, perhaps. Someone just said they found a job ad that says they want 20 years of gardening experience for $7 to $10 an hour. Ooh, I don't even know why somebody needs to have 20 years of gardening experience. I mean, you'd be a friggin' what's that term for what's the term for is there like a professional for professional gardener? Is that a thing? Honey child, 20 years. You know, some of these job descriptions, some of these are just stupid. Let's have a look at this, because this is when you go, you're just absurd. Backyard Gardeners is seeking an experienced gardener with a minimum of 20 years. Child, if you had a minimum of 20 years, you'd be friggin' retired. Oh, Lord. In lawn and landscaping maintenance, valid driver's license, and clean police record. Applicant must be proficient in proper tree trimming and pruning, hedge trimming, lawn care, and must be familiar with lawn and plant pests to ensure proper identification and treatment. Okay. Horticulturist. Is that a glorified gardener? I think a horticulturist is still a little bit more specific. Hold on. Let me see. The art and science of growing plants, especially garden crops like fruit, vegetables, So I guess, but I don't know. But 20 years, my God. That is a lot. No, sir. Wow. A lot of years. And yep, $7 to $10 an hour. Would we call them a horticulturist? Well, they just call them a gardener. And they're going to pay you $7 to $10 an hour. George at lifemanaged.ky. Okay, George, if you say so. Ridiculous. Well, you better adjust that, George. Is that in today's paper? Y'all better start advertising the $8.75 because the minimum wage has changed now, so you can't be paying those $7 an hour. Cha. What a mess. 20 years is their way around immigration. Because what? They're going to bring in a work permit holder that has 20 years? I mean, this is when immigration has to be able to pick sense from nonsense. Like, what the heck? No, sir. What mess. Wow. What next? What next? What are they going to be asking for next? Just ridiculous. Okay, call me or shoot me a text message when you're on the way. Have a good night. Okay, honey, chill. Oh, my in-laws have just arrived. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, honey, chill. Just checking the other messaging system over here. Let's see what messages are coming in. The cold hard truth. Miss Sandra Jackson is his last name. I can't remember his first name. He came from Turks and Caicos Islands, but he is from Jamaica. Oh, yes, we were talking about that. That was the UCCI guy. Good morning, Miss Sandy. The company is called 3D Rent-A-Car. And what happened with them? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. We can get that sorted out for you. Not to worry. Yep. Passing on more tips to the police, our friends over there. You know, I was talking to somebody last night, and you know what they said to me? They said, Sandy, what is so interesting is that The police are known to have relationships with certain people, known drug dealers in Cayman Brac, for example, and others who allegedly, because I don't have a document in front of me, allegedly are informants for the police. And they're out there every single day breaking the laws of this country. But because they're informants for the police, they get away with it. I'm like, what? Yeah. And so, they're like, and yet they're constantly harassing you. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to say. I really don't. So I don't, I'm not an official informant for the police for sure, but I do try to help them where I can because I believe in law abiding society. But no, sir. The way they be treating me, I don't know. I'm starting to feel away. Maybe I shouldn't be helping them. But you see, I don't see it as helping them. I see what I do is helping the community and helping all of us to stay in a more crime-free country. That's why I do what I do. Big shout out. Look at who's watching the show this morning. And every morning, Carrie says. Thelma, that's Thelma Lou. She's in Cayman Brac, sitting down listening to CMR. Apparently she likes my voice. Hi, kitty. Hi, Thelma Lou. Good morning. Ooh, I'm catching up on some messages here. Oh, Lord, I got to read some of these. So there's Miss Thelma Lou enjoying the cold hard truth. Thank you so much for sending some of your messages. These are so funny. Have a young man. He says, good morning. Oh, we got a 13-year-old who sent a message. Hold on. Let me screen grab this. Oh, bless your little heart. Thank you so much. This is why I got to stop using profanity because we got kids who love the show. Although, once it's after 9:30, I'm like, all bets are off. Okay. Here's this young man. He says he loves to listen to the show. He sent me this message on Tuesday. Bless you. He says, good evening, Miss Sandra. Season's greetings to you and your family. My name is Timothy Campbell, and I'm 13 years old. I love listening to your show in the evenings with my aunt. Oh, bless you. Your show is extremely informative. However, the vulgarity is too much. For me and my little brother. No, don't listen past 9:30. Please correct this so I can continue to tune into your program. What are you doing with a phone? Oh, that's Miss Ramelia's nephew. Miss Dorleen sent that to me. I don't think the 13-year-old typed that, Naina. Yeah, you guys setting that poor little kid up to message me. Talking about he. Well, let him listen to the first 2 hours. After that, he ain't got to listen to the rest of the show. Then it's adult time. Cha. Not everything is for children. What he say? He find the show informative, supposedly. I know he didn't write that. Oh, my gosh. All right, couple announcements for those of you listening. Carrie said she perked up her ears when she heard her name being called. Oh, my sweet. Rolston Anglin is minister is having his community Christmas event this Saturday. So that would be tomorrow. Yes. West Bay North, take the kids out. There you go. The Honorable Ralston Anglin invites you to the annual West Bay North Children's Christmas Party. It's going to be tomorrow from 3 until 6 p.m. at the Teacher Alal Park, which is right across from the Lighthouse and Beauchesnes Bay, West Bay. Free bike raffle, food and drinks, bouncing castles, and Santa Claus. I'm not sure that I can go this year because there's a couple competing events happening tomorrow. And in fact, in case you missed this one, if you are a member of the Macfield clan, here's another announcement. They're having a reunion, a family reunion, first of its kind. Miss Evelyn Rocket and others have organized this. They're having a candlelight tribute tomorrow. No, that's this evening, Friday the 19th at 6:30 p.m. at the Stacy Watler Pavilion. That's the agricultural grounds. So that's at 6:30. Come meet and greet your family members, and they're going to have light refreshments that will be served. And then tomorrow is the big day from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. They're going to have fun and good old times day with, all sorts of good food, lots of activities for the kids, bouncing castle, old time games, lots of activities for the adults, dominoes, of course, lude, bingo, tug of war. And of course, it can't be a family reunion without food. Now, you have to purchase a ticket, $35 for adults and $15 for children, to cover some of the, the food and stuff like that. So if you're Macfield, or you think you're Macfield, I guess, some of y'all might know because you haven't yet had the DNA test, come on out, because the good news is there'll probably be enough people there, including cousin Steve Macfield, who no doubt will be able to tell you your history, honey child. He's going to be able to look at you and say, yep, you're Macfield because you're related to so-and-so, and you're so-and-so, this and that. And that's how they're going to be able to tell you. Okay. So you can pay at the gate to purchase your entry ticket as well. And they have T-shirts and stuff. And here's the email address, macfieldfamilyreunion@gmail.com. If you have any like family photos and stuff that you'd like to be included in the presentation that they're going to put together. All right. So you guys know I'm family to the Macfields. That's part of the clan that I'm connected to as a Caymanian. All right, honey child. Yes, Mr. Amelia says that is her grandnephew, and he is telling the truth, but he didn't write it. I know he never wrote that, but anywho, that's fine. But 2 hours is enough for kids. They don't need to listen to nothing past 2 hours, okay? What a hot mess. All right, Miss Julie Hunter, hold on. I think we got another announcement. Is this another one? Oh my gosh. Y'all forgot to invite me? If your schedule's not already booked, I'm booked. Sorry, Bobo. All right. Miss Julie Hunter is also having a Christmas party for the West Bay West seniors. So let me advise you of the details. This is tomorrow evening as well. Like I said, everything is happening now. It's too much. Too many parties all in the same day. I'll post this one up for you though. So yes, senior Christmas party. Join us for Christmas celebration dinner. This is going to be at 6:30 at the Shirley Kidd Memorial Hall there. And that's at the school grounds. Seniors 65 and older come out for live performances, spot prizes, and more. You can RSVP 926-1438. I'm already booked for tomorrow, honey child. I won't be able to come, but do give all of the beautiful seniors of West Bay my regards and all the best for the holiday season. All right, I am not going into overtime today, so you don't have to worry about that, Mr. Amelia. They're not going to hear no words popping off today because I've got a bag of things to do. And like I said, Miss Stacy is out sick. Poor her. Gigi probably gave her the sniffles because, kids always carrying germs around with them. That's why you got to build up your own immune system. I know I'm not going to catch nothing. Oh, no, honey child. I am surely not. From my lips to God's ears. Okay. So let me see here now. Oh, cassava cake. Good morning, dear. How are you? I heard on your show to post cassava cakes. Me and my son Bradley. Okay. All right. Let me send this to some people who were asking about the cassava cakes. Mr. Parson. There we go. All right. So I will send that to him. I know he's traveling, but I don't know when he leaves, Cayman. But yes, thank you so much about the cassava cake. Anybody else doing cassava cake? All right. Okay. All right. I have got things to do. Good morning. The 20 years is for who they already have in the position and to deter someone from applying. Yes, that's what they do with these work permit applications. Oh, somebody coming in right under. Hello. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Sandra. Are you about to close the show?
Yes, I was.
Yes. Now, what I will do, because you're about to close, I'll act as a spokesperson for Sabrina, in the sense that, you see, I wanted to say something about the offense you're being charged with. I went back to the case and read it a little bit, so I won't take too long. But what I should say is that we discussed it yesterday on Sabrina's show.
I'm going to go back and listen.
We discussed it. Well, my little bit where I talked about that was only the last 10 minutes, because we had to arrange it in such a way that some very useful stuff was discussed about proportionality of self-defense, for a while. And then I came in at the very end just to say something about the case itself. So that was just an introduction. This evening we'll go into the detail of the offense and the Court of Appeal case. But I just thought that I should mention things very quickly, very, very quickly. I went back to the case which they charged you with, and you won in the Court of Appeal. Basically, what I've zeroed in, I mean, you understand it well, and I think you covered a lot of the issues yesterday. But one of the issues that I think is really important to assess, to understand, is that, you see, that court said, look, you can create all these kinds of broad offenses, right? But a lot of them, they were never intended to cover a case where you are doing a broadcast. They were intended really to cover where you are sending any email or any kind of a communication to an individual and invading their space. Okay? Because you keep saying that. So if it is just a third party, the person was free to watch it or not to watch it.
Exactly.
Okay? But you see, among the many things that clearly they are not looking at is, I was reading particularly paragraphs 14, 14 up to about 24, and then in 25 they say,
this is of the judgment that I won in May.
That's the judgment you won in May, the Court of Appeal decision.
Yes.
What they say is that even if the offense appears to be wide, and even if it appears to have been committed, you have to consider what it was intended for. But on top of that, you have to say, would it be proportionate to charge that somebody in light of the duty to act proportionately that is on the part of the charging authorities? Okay, that's what they said. They said that where the conduct, I'm reading here in paragraph 16 in the judgment of, this is Lord, whoever it is, paragraph 16. It says that where the conduct in question falls within the scope of Article 11, which is freedom of speech, which is the one it is under discussion, and the proof of the ingredients of offense does not itself ensure proportionality of a conviction. So in other words, even if it appears, I'm not even quite sure that the ingredients of the offense were met here anyway. But they are saying, let us imagine that you meet the ingredients of the offense. Then the possibility arises that a conviction might be incompatible with the convention rights. So that there's then a duty of the question to say, was this proportionate? So there are all these legal hurdles they are supposed to meet. And in my view, it appears that they will not be able to meet them. And the other thing is that, they said about this right, they explained it. Why isn't the DPP's office taking the guidance of the Court of Appeal? They can't say, well, but we are charging you under a different offense. The nature of the offense is still the same. It's the nature of sort of like a harassment. You must respect what the Court of Appeal says. So I just urge people to say, look, this is not about you. It is about general rights that we all have. But it is not about the DPP's office. It's the right of anybody out there who has power in government and could abuse their authority. But I'll let you go. We'll pursue it on Sandra's show today. On Sabrina's show, she invited us to come back on. Okay.
Oh, good.
Thanks very much.
Well,
I'll let you go.
I appreciate it. And I'm just curious, it's been so many cases now. I'm trying to get the full list together. But what do you think of my sentiments at this stage that it's time that I sued the government for their continued pursuit of me? Because too many of these cases have not even met the minimum threshold of no case submission every time practically. So I think it's time that I lawyer it up and sue them. What do you think about that position?
Yeah, that one will always be a very high bar to meet because they're going to say, well, look, did they have a reasonable cause to prosecute you? That bar is low. Was there a reasonable cause to prosecute you? But it is one of those where, they're going through it in the States right now about if you show you are having a pattern against somebody, that can be a problem. It will be a high bar. You'll have to get one of the real specialized people in the human rights area to be able to do that. But what I think also, since you are now talking about...
But it's not my position is this isn't going to be a singular... So I'm not saying with this case, I'm saying it's a cumulative. Since 2009, they've been coming at me. Like, seriously, something's wrong here.
Yes, there's something that is wrong. And by the way, I think that they probably know that they are highly likely to lose this, but they are just trying to put you in financial ruins. And I think that itself is a dishonorable thing that they are doing. They shouldn't be doing this. I think that also the politicians, frankly, they should look at this. You are a constituent of somebody. I think that if this is going to be something that always gives them some little pretext to proceed, then maybe there is need for legislative change around these offenses. To be able to say that if you go to court and you are being challenged on the basis of free speech, if the matter was a legitimate broadcast on a public media and so on, that's a defense, there is need to do that. The last thing also I should say is, you see, Parliament should always scrutinize reports that come from the DPP's office, the judiciary, and so on, and all the other institutions. Chris Saunders mentioned something which I agreed with, which was, look, these reports, when they come in from these institutions in Parliament, we do not discuss them to say, well, to perform our checks and balances. In my view, when the DPP's report goes to Parliament, they should look at it and be able to say, why didn't you prosecute the people in Doctors Express? Why did you prosecute the paralegal? Why did you prosecute Sandra Hill? We won't tell you that you were wrong, but it appears today that either you are persecuting somebody or you are not consistent in your prosecutorial powers. Can you explain it to us? Otherwise, you should draw a policy on how to prosecute people in general, as well as a policy on how to prosecute particular offenses, particularly these ones which relate to fundamental rights. All those things that is one of the solutions that can be looked at. But look, let's see what the specific charges they are. To me, it appears they are raising the same issues that were already decided upon by the courts, and I think they haven't made out a case to show why this is different, because it's essentially the same nature of the offense, it's the same principles. They must respect the court. They should not abuse their offices. That's my view.
Yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. Sorry for holding you down. Sorry.
No worries at all. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, my dear. All right, folks. So that's a good place to probably end the show today. Mr. Amelia says, but they keep losing. Well, I guess that's why they keep coming. My God. Woo, they got to figure, the 100th time they might win something by the time they get to 100th, the 100 case against me. I don't know what formula they're trying and what their aim is. Like he said, their aim could be trying to financially ruin me. Poor them. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay. We'll continue the good fight. That's all I can tell you. Got a lawyer up. Get some good lawyers. Don't forget, folks, please go out tomorrow to the Digicel event. Because Anita says, and they're also wasting government time and money on such matters. You know what? I mean, it's difficult to say how much specifically you spent on a prosecution, but I even wonder how much they spent bringing in that KC to try to defend my matter in May that I just won with the Court of Appeal. I think I can FOI that particular one because they brought in a KC for that case, but it's shocking. All right, tomorrow, folks, Digicel Cayman Islands has an amazing one-day flash event on from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. all day long at all of the Digicel store locations, which include Cayman Bay, waterfront location, and countryside shopping center right here in the beautiful district of Savannah. You can get device specials like the A55 128 gig with a 10-day plan for only $249. That's 50% off the regular price. You can do a Samsung A26 256 gig with a 30-day plan for only $329, or you can do an iPhone Pro Max 256 for only $999. Postpaid customers got lots of deals for you. You can get a new handset 50% off, no down payment for selected handsets when you sign up for a new postpaid or prepaid plan. And they're also offering this offer also valid for existing postpaid customers. You can also get free Disney Plus for 1 month and enjoy all of the premium league action when you sign up for a new postpaid plan. And then we've got for prepaid customers, you can get double data when activating a new prepaid plan, as well as double credit on your top-ups. D Plus customers, free TV when you sign up for home fiber plan. You can get 1 month of free TV. Please remember that these are all while supplies last, and terms and conditions do apply. And they are having giveaways right through to December the 31st. So you can win big this Christmas with Digicel as well. You purchase any of these services, phones, whatever, you get entered to win in their giveaways. And they're doing, you can win one of 30 fantastic prizes, and including phones and free service and so on. So make sure that you get entered to win by just stopping by the store and signing up or making a purchase. 10 winners per week right up until December the 31st. All right, folks, have a safe and wonderful weekend. Carrie says you'll win this too. Yep, they're coming after your income. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Oh, boy. Tisk, tisk. All right, folks, please have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. Pay attention when you're driving. Don't get involved in any accidents. We keep begging you to be very, very careful out on the roadway. Safety is the number one thing. And we will see you guys on Monday. Tune in. 5 o'clock, we got Sabrina Speaks from 5 until 7. And then 10 o'clock, we have the Love and Lies show. So that's going to be interesting with the whole Diddy thing. That is a hot mess. And then some, honey chill. I should join him for that show because Lord goddamn Diddy is something else. Anywho, you guys have a beautiful weekend. See you on Monday. Be safe.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cold Hard Truth on Bobo 89.1 FM. Cayman's #1 talk show is live weekdays from 7:30 a.m. Never miss an episode again. Watch anytime on CMR's Facebook and YouTube channels for the latest show episodes. Don't forget to follow us online on our social media channels. And visit CaymanMarlRoad.com for all the latest news and community happenings.